Hi everyone, welcome back. In the previous episode we got power set up. We only have 9 steam engines because we need some landfill to place the 10th one, but we're doing okay for now. And we are researching logistics. I think our next step at this point should be to set up our iron smelting line. So let's take a look and see where would be a good place to do that. First I'm going to grab some supplies. Actually, I would like to do some of this stone brick automatically, so let me just set up a quick and dirty automation for that. We'll put that in the box. We'll load that, and we'll load both of those. And let's load these with coal instead of wood. There we go. Okay, so now we can get stone brick produced at a faster pace. And we can finish up our paths over here, but I'll wait until we get the landfill so that we can finish this line, and then we'll start to put the paths and so forth. Now, to get the landfill research, we need 50 science pack 2s. And I'm just wondering how onerous it would be to make 50 science pack 2s before we have a science line set up. And I'm thinking it might not be so bad. We'll need 50 assemblers, 50 belts. The belts I can manage. All right. Now we also have another lab, so let me set that up first before I start going on to other things here. Okay, and we'll make a couple more of these. All right, so I'll set up this machine to do green science, and I will just feed stuff in here manually. So there's 50 inserter or 50 belts. We need 50 inserters. And to do that, we need circuits. And I don't want to make circuits manually. So I will automate some circuits here. There we go. And we'll put a stack there. We'll put that there. Okay. So I think we'll be able to do this fairly soon so that we can get that stuff taken care of as we go. Otherwise, we'll have to go back and forth fixing things, and I don't want to forget. Okay. I think we should invest in some military research. So let's get a submachine gun, a shotgun, and some armor before we get too much further, because our pollution cloud is growing and we don't know where enemies are. Of course, we haven't built a radar yet, so we should probably do that as well. Let's build a radar. Okay, this is not going to build up inventory. So let me place a box. Make a handful of wooden boxes. There we go. And we'll place a radar. Now I know this looks like a god-awful mess, but this is all going to get cleaned up fairly quickly. Okay. Alright, so now we can start to scan the surrounding area. Alright, so let's start making some inserters. And I'll make as many as I can without having to go nuts on crafting a bunch of circuits by hand. That's kind of what takes a long time. We'll get some more iron. Grab some more brick. I'll go grab some more copper, which might need some fuel by now. Okay, military is done. Let's do armor next. Yep, we need some more fuel down here. So I'll just put a full stack in there. No reason not to do that. Okay, I think we're doing fine there. We'll make some more inserters. Gonna need to have 50 of those at some point. And I'll just start putting those science packs in there. They won't get used yet. Okay, we're gonna need about 15 more inserters. I'll go ahead and start crafting some by hand. All right. Let's make that submachine gun we were talking about and the shotgun. Get rid of our pistol. Okay, so we have armor crafting, so we can make some basic armor. So let's go ahead and start landfill research, since we do have some green science packs loaded now. Alright, looks like we need 4 more. Well, I'll just go ahead and make all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Cool. So we should get landfill going soon. Let's grab some more iron so we can make some armor. That way we'll have at least some basic defense against any potential attacks. And then we'll get going on our smelting line. I'll craft a few shotgun shells. We'll get some more ammo. And we're going to need to start making a lot of belt as well. So let me... Oh, yeah, we need some more of that iron. I'm going to make 2 assembly machines so we can start to make belts automatically. There we go. Alright, I'm going to have to wait for a little more iron to craft itself there. Let's go grab some more of that green science and load it in. And I think what I'll do for right now is I'll just get rid of that circuit build. And set this up to make belts. I wonder if I can make fast inserters. Yes, I can. Okay, that's good. Fast inserters go on number 4, at least when I play. Alright. Get a few going there. Once we grab more iron, we can get belts made in earnest. Actually, I should set up circuits too, because I'm going to need a lot of inserters, but I'll get the first few furnaces going on the smelting line, and then we'll start to ramp it up. Okay, so let's take a look at the map and figure out where we want the smelting to go. That's the most important first step. Now I'm not sure not sure how many smelting lines we're going to need long term yet. I haven't done the math. But I'm thinking that right here in the middle would be a nice place to put it, but there is a lot of water there. But again, we're going to make a lot of landfills. I think we could eventually just fill in all of these lakes if we have to. So what I'll do is set up the... Well, but I don't want to be constrained by these resource patches either. Alright, so this is a tough decision. There's so much water around that I really will have to do a lot of filling in. Unless we go the other way. We could go east to west instead of west to east, and then we could set up our smelting this way. Or we could set it up here. Yeah, we could set it up here and then feed the belts over. Yeah, so why don't we do that? We'll set up the iron smelting north of this coal patch, and that way we can expand to the north as necessary. The only complication that brings is that we'll have to mine the ore. We'll have to bring the ore to the west and then north, and then the ore will feed to the east, and the finished iron plates will feed to the east. But I don't really see that as a big problem. So we'll set it up that way. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let me put some more green science in these labs so we keep that going. And if I move this power pole a little bit, then we can automate that. Okay, so that needs some belts, and I can't remember how many of each. I think I'm going to need a few more inserters. Go grab some more iron. So I know the start here is a little bit more slow-paced than it was in the previous series. But again, I don't want to be rushed this time. Going to take our time setting things up. Try to do things with an emphasis on quality rather than on speed. Okay. Yeah, I think 4 more will do the trick. All right, so we'll let that go. We'll put some more iron there for belts. And yeah, we need some mining drills. I think we'll just start with 4 mining drills to get the ball rolling. And then once the iron is producing in large quantities, we can increase that. And I'll start by laying those down on the edge of this iron patch. We're going to have a lot of trees to cut down. So we'll research steel next so that we can get a steel pickaxe. That will make the job go a lot more quickly. All right, so yeah, I guess we'll just start here. One, two, 1, 2. And then the ore is going to come to the south. So we'll start clearing out some trees to make room for the belt to move. Missed one. Okay, there we go. Yep, and I think that's far enough south, and we can start to move west. So I'll just start clearing a path of trees to the west. And I think we're eventually going to have to cut all these down. Let's see. Yeah, we will, because all these trees are right where we want the line to be. Now I do understand that fire can be used to clear trees, but I know that that also creates a lot of pollution, and I'm not sure that I want to do that right now, since we don't really have much in the way of defense. We haven't seen any biters yet, but I don't want to accelerate their arrival if I don't have to. So I think I'll just do this manually for now. Let's go see how our green science is doing for that landfill research. Okay, looks like we're doing good. It's take it a little while, but we'll get there. Got more than enough power. So what we can do, I don't want to bore you guys with chopping down trees, so I'll do that offline. But I do want to figure out how we're going to run the iron over to the main bus. Okay, so the main bus, pardon me, I think the main bus we want to have kind of in between these two bodies of water and going from west to east. So the ore is going to come this way. All the smelting will take place to the north of this ore line, and it'll come down, it'll jump across the ore line and head over that way. Okay, so we could say that probably somewhere around here is going to be the eastern edge of the smelting. All right, so we can mark that with a belt or some belts. Let's say we're going to have 4 belts to start with on the main bus, and then I'll want to leave a good amount of space, and you know, the last furnace might be right there. So I think that'll be our setup. And the first line, actually we can put the first line right there. Maybe there'll be another one below it. But if we start up here, we'll have fewer trees to clear for now, until we get more powerful ways of doing that. I like to use poison capsules to take out large chunks of trees. Again, I know that if you use a flamethrower or something, you can get a few trees started and they'll just burn down. They'll spread from one tree to another, but I know that does create a lot of pollution, and I want to avoid that. Okay, we've got landfills. Let's do steel next, so we can get that highly valuable steel pickaxe, which we are in sore need of right now. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up. I guess I'll just leave that science there for now. I do want to load some more material in here. And let's see what we need to make some landfills. So landfills require 20 stone. So I'll make as many as I can right now, and let's see if we can build enough land over here that we can put our last steam engine down. I'm not sure how much area. Okay, so it looks like this covers 4x4. Yeah, so that'll use up stone real fast. We actually need to get some more. So let's go get some more stone. We'll finish up that landfill. And then I think we'll call that the end of this episode. And then what I will do between this episode and the next, I will finish steel research. I'll craft a steel pickaxe and I'll clear trees so that we can put down our smelting line. And that way you guys won't have to sit through a bunch of tree chopping, which at this stage of the game is not terribly interesting. And I went to pick up stone and I forgot to do it. That's what happens when I try to do two things at once. And I think a good goal for the next episode will be to set up some automation on our stone here. Okay, and I've been using this all for brick, so let's turn the bricks off. Okay, I've got 2 more landfills. Let's see if that's enough to put this steam engine down. Hopefully it will be. Alright, so I'm going to maximize what I get out of this. There we go. I think that's what I needed. Alright. Just barely enough. We'll have to do some more of that. Okay, so I think we're in good shape right now. We got things started. We've got a full line of power. We got some important science done, and we'll be setting up our first iron smelting line in the next episode. Thanks again for watching. I will see you soon.